So shines a good deed in a naughty world, said William Shakespeare, implying that a person with a good character stands out in this selfish world. A very pleasant morning to one and all present over here. Today, I, Ayushi Mishra, from Class 9B of St. Joseph's Convent High Secondary School, Sambalpur, would love to make use of this auspicious platform to present before the audience a speech on the topic Simple Living, High Thinking. Today, as we as students, we are rightly advised by our wise elders to believe in simple living and high thinking and to follow the principles of simplicity. But before we move on, what does the term simplicity actually mean? Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. It is the aura of being in consonance with our thinking, attitude, perception, and action. It is the art of controlling oneself when the devil inside us tries to conquer our mind. It's finding happiness in the little things that whatever life has blessed us with. Many great men have always preached that simple living and high thinking should be the golden principle of our lives. All great saints like Guru Nanak and Gautama Buddha, who attained spiritual greatness and shook the world by their intellectual thinking, were examples of this principle. Thus, in today's world of increasing pomp and show, when everybody is joining the rat race to showcase his wealth, we should prefer to live simply without any artificiality, as simple living and high thinking not only helps us to cultivate the virtues of righteousness and morals within us, but also helps us to lead a beautiful and elegant life. In fact, if we take a look in our history is itself an open book, which teaches us that the simplest of men once played the most significant and impactful role in our society. Mahatma Gandhi, by the dint of his simple yet powerful character, challenged the mighty British Empire, brought freedom to our country, and thus conquered the title of Father of our Nation. We have many more examples, such as Mother Teresa, through her pure heart and simplicity, served so much to the society and in turn got so much of love and respect. Jesus Christ, who was once enslaved and beaten with a whip, began to be known as the God of humanity. We have many more examples of such great souls through which we have got inspiration through their deeds, and they have followed the principle of simplicity. Moreover, if we recall the tremendous corona pandemic which took place recently, was no less than a nightmare. It shook all of us from within and puzzled our lives to the utmost. But then that was the time when people realized that we human beings, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, and all the difference, are nothing but a whole big family living together on the earth. That was the time when people gave up on their extravagant lifestyle and started to follow the basic principles of a healthy and simple life. That was the time when people changed their thoughts and views towards life and understood that no matter how rich or poor someone is, no matter where we live or what we wear, no matter whether it is a little black boy or a little black girl or a little white boy or a little white girl, all of us are children of God, and we together are brothers and sisters after all. Thus, this pandemic certainly taught us that all our luxuries, wealth, and fancies are worthless before the inevitable truth of Mother Nature. And when we speak of this, nature is itself a gift which has given us so many privileges. For example, if we take some time and look outside, we will find the beautiful murmuring rivers, the magnificent mountains, the sequestered vales, the verdant lakes and bays, the verdant valleys, and what not. Life is as simple and beautiful as that. It is us human beings who intend to make it more and more complicated by adding complexions and complications into our own lives, by running behind the unnecessary materialistic attractions and distractions that this world is full of, and thus forgetting our own reason of existence, which in return has no gain in our life. There's a famous saying in Sanskrit, Eka Jivana Eka Avasara, which means one life, one chance. So, my dear fellow citizens, we should learn to make the best out of our lives, because we never know that whether we are going to get a second chance or not. Lastly, I would like to conclude my speech by saying that life is not about how much we gain wealth out of it. Life is not a measure of how much we gain wealth out of it. Life is about how much we lived out of it. We should always remember the length of our life is less important than its depth. And in fact, the concept of simple living and high thinking is something that every person should adopt for. Thank you.